Hello friends, very most welcome to all of you in this our online lecture series. Friends, today we will discuss here the meaning of length contraction. What is meaning of length contraction? The length contraction word we have taken one times in previous lecture. We want to say that in previous lecture means we want to say that in Michelson-Morley experiment. In Michelson-Morley experiment in result section we have also taken this name one times, and also we was keep this topic or this name, the meaning of this name is pending at that place also or in that topic also. So today we will completely discuss here the what is the meaning of length contraction. Friends, the length contraction topic is completely based upon the Lorentz transformation equation, which we have completely derived, and all equations of Lorentz transformation equation we have completely discussed in previous lectures. So here we will continue and we will see what is the meaning of length contraction, apparent length contraction. Apparent length contraction. Friends, here we are considering two frame of reference, two inertial frame of reference. One is frame of reference S and the other is S dash, and the other frame of reference is S dash. Frame of reference S dash is moving with uniform velocity v, while this frame of reference S is at rest, and we are considering here the origin of frame of reference S is O and it have origin O dash. We have considered this frame of reference S dash is moving with uniform velocity v relative to the frame of reference S, relative to frame S. Now we have placed a uniform thickness, a rod with uniform thickness, a rigid rod which have length L naught, and this rigid rod with their length L naught is placed in the frame of reference S dash, which is moving with uniform velocity relative to the frame S. It is my imagination. Here we have imagined this uniform rod with their length L naught has been placed in this moving frame of reference S dash. This frame of reference S dash is moving relative to the frame S along the positive x direction. Here if we will write it, let two inertial frame of reference S and S dash, frame S dash is moving with uniform velocity v relative to the frame S. It is my imagination. Now we have placed a rigid rod with their length L naught in moving frame S dash. It is also my imagination. Friends, we can see here this rod have two ends, ends A and ends B. If we will observe the first end from this frame of reference S dash, then what we will find out? We will find out the position of this end from this frame of reference is x1 dash, and we are considering here the end B, or position of end B is x2 dash relative to the or in frame S dash. Then according to Lorentz transformation equation, or we can say that the length of this rod in this frame of reference S dash, length of this rod L0, here L0 is proper length, L0 is known as proper length of this rigid rod, and position of L0 or position of this rod or length of this rod from this frame of reference S dash will be observed. L0 is equal to x2 dash minus x1 dash, x2 dash, here it will be x2 dash, it will be x2 dash, and it will be x1 dash. X2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to L0, and L0 is a proper length of this rigid rod. So we can write here L0 is equal to x2 dash minus x1 dash in frame S dash, in frame S dash. We are considering it is equation number 1. Now we can write here according to Lorentz transformation equation, according to Lorentz transformation equation, according to Lorentz transformation equation, the value of x2 or x1 we can write here x2 dash or x1 dash is equal to x1 minus vt upon under root 1 minus v square by c square. We have found how it will be x1 dash is equal to x1 minus vt by under root 1 minus v square by c square. In Lorentz transformation equation we have proved it, and x2 dash will be x2 minus vt upon under root 1 minus v square by c square. This equation we have proved under this condition: if frame of reference S dash is moving with uniform velocity v relative to the frame S. So we can write here the value of L0. The value of L0 will be x1 minus vt by under root 1 minus v square by c square minus x2 minus vt upon 1 minus v square by c square. If we will remove, it will be in bracket, and if we will remove this bracket, then or if we will take LCM, or after simplifying it we can get here very important result. We can see here the L0 is equal to x1 minus x2. Here we can see that after removing this bracket we can find out under root 1 minus v square by c square x1 minus x2. From here we can write, friends, here I have some mistakes. Here x2 dash minus x1 dash it was. So firstly we will place the value of x2, here it will be x1. So we can find out from this x2 minus x1. This term Vt and Vt, one will be with positive and one will be with negative sign, so it will go out, it will go cancel out. So we can write here L naught is equal to x2 minus x1 by under root 1 minus v square by c square, and here x2 minus x1 we can write here the x2 is the position of ind B from this frame of reference S, because x is coordinate of frame of reference S. x2 will be also position of this ind B in frame S, and x1 is position of this ind A from or in frame of reference S. So at the place of x2 minus x1 we can write here, since x2 minus x1 is equal to L in frame S. It was in frame S dash. So we have found very important result. What result we have found? We have found the result L naught is equal to Ly under root 1 minus v square by c square, or in other words we can write here L is equal to L naught under root 1 minus v square by c square. Friends, it is very most important result. Very most important result we have found. Here we have found the length of this rod measured from this frame of reference, from stationary frame of reference S. We have seen that, we have found that it is contracted, because this is, it was my imagination. My imagination was the L naught is proper length of rod, but here we have found that the proper length L naught is contracted by this term 1 minus under root 1 minus v square by c square. Here very most important result we have found. If we will observe the length of this rigid rod from this frame of reference S, from stationary observers which is not moving, then we have seen this length L naught is contracted by term under root 1 minus v square by c square. We want to write, if we will write this result in theoretical way, then what we have seen that is, from this result we have seen the length of rigid rod observed by frame S observed by frame S. Frame S is stationary at rest. Is contracted by a term under root 1 minus v square by c square. A very most important result we have found from under this condition. Now the next result also we can say here. Friends, this term, as we have told you, if we have seen the length of this rod from this frame of reference S, and this frame of reference S dash was moving relative to frame of reference S, if we have seen the length of this rod while this rod is moving in this frame, because this frame of reference S dash was also moving, and this rod is not moving, this rod was placed at rest in this frame, because this frame of reference S dash is moving, so this rod is also moving with velocity v along the positive x direction. The length contracted by this term, as we have told you, under root 1 minus v square by c square, but this contracted term, the length will be contracted only along the direction of motion. Contracted by a term under root 1 minus v square by c square along the direction of motion. What motion? Motion of frame of reference S dash. But at right angles to the motion, it will not change. It will unchanged. It will not change. It will not change means we want to say that the length of this rod will not change along y or z, because y or z is right angles to the direction of motion. Here we have chosen the direction of motion of this frame of reference S dash is along positive x axis. So this contracted term is only will be along the x direction, along the positive x axis. If the next important result from here also we can realize, if we will take a spherical object, at the place of rod, then we will observe from this frame of reference S, if we will choose at the place of this rod any spherical object is placed in this moving frame, then what we will observe? Then we will observe oblate spheroid shape. Friends, The next very most important result of this apparent length contraction topic, if we will place this rod, this rigid rod which have length L naught in this frame S, and this frame of reference S dash is moving along the positive x axis, then what we will see here, then also in this case, if what is case is, now we are considering this rod which have their length L naught is placed in this frame S, then also we will get here same result. But condition is this rod is placed in this frame, and we will observe from this moving frame, we will observe the length of this rod from this frame of reference S dash, and this rod is placed in this frame of reference S. Now it is my condition. Then also we will see here the same result. Same result means also we will see here the apparent length is contracted by term under root 1 minus v square by c square. We will found here the same result. Why we will found here same result? If we will write it, if we imagine here length, or here we can say that rod are placed in the frame S. We imagine here rod are placed in the frame S, and observation from the frame of reference S dash. Observation from the frame of reference S dash. Now it is my condition. Then we will find out, found same result. Now question is why we have found same result after changing the condition. Here we have found the same result because my term is under root 1 minus v square by c square. If we will replace the velocity by minus v, because in this case if we are considering rod is placed in this frame, and this frame of reference S dash is going far away from this frame of reference with velocity v, then we can say here this frame of reference also is going away far from this frame of reference but in opposite direction. But here if we will replace v by minus v, because it is in square root form, so it is in square, so if we will replace it by minus v, then no changing we will get here. We will get here same result because it is square term, and if we will replace by minus v by minus v, then we will get same result here. So no changing we have observed by changing the condition. Friends, we are not writing here its reason why it is not changing after changing the condition. We are not writing this. Friends, here next very important result also we can see. If we will take two rods same length and same thickness, or we can choose different rods different length with their different length also we can choose here, but here we are writing if we will take two rod, one is in frame S and other is in frame S dash. One is in frame S and other is in frame S dash. Then we will observe each rod is shortened by the factor under root 1 minus v square by c square. Friends, here we want to say that if we will take one rod is present in this frame and one rod is present in this frame, then observer from this frame of reference S dash will see this rod is shortened by this factor, and this observer also will observe the rod which is present in this frame is shortened by this factor. So here we have written it. Then we will observe each rod is shortened by the factor by the each frame of reference, or we can say that from each frame of reference. Friends, I hope all results has been cleared to all of you. So today we will stop here and we will present with next important topic of this paper. So today we will stop here. Thank you very much.